What is free from pain? I'm a consultant orthopedic surgeon and work in Liverpool, United Kingdom. After years of surgical practice, I now devote my time in helping patients to obtain relief from arthritic and other musculoskeletal pain without the need for surgical intervention. To this goal, I have created a program called Free From Pain. In this presentation, I will go through these 9 features so that you will understand what is free from pain and evaluate if you think it would benefit you. I will cover a basic introduction. Who is this program aimed at? Why is this program important? So how does this program work? What evidence is this based on? What information will I have access to? Ongoing evaluation, what are my options? So what do I do now? A basic introduction. Free from Pain is an online 12-week therapeutic education and exercise program led by me. There are 3 distinct parts to the program. They are the online consultation, the exercise booklet, the therapeutic education about adopting a healthier lifestyle, and the online exercise program. The exercise program itself adopts exercises from 3 different evidence-based training plans and incorporates them into an easy-to-follow 45-minute online class. The exercises conducted during the class cover all the areas of the body and aim to improve strength and reduce pain. The majority of the exercises can be done sat down or holding onto the back of a chair. Participants can join at any time as we would be running a regular cycle of events. Who is this program aimed at? The program is designed for the over 60s and aims to cater for seniors with musculoskeletal pain as well as for those who wish to try non-surgical options for managing their pain. It is also suitable for people who have already tried surgical treatments and did not get the results they had hoped for. Furthermore, this is also suitable for those who may not experience great amounts of pain but just want to increase their strength and mobility. In other words, are you over 60? Do you struggle with general muscular aches or pains? Would you like to improve your health? If you have answered yes to these questions, then this program might be perfect for you. Why is this program important? There is a great body of evidence which reveals that physical activity can prevent cognitive decline in neurodegenerative conditions like dementia. This meta-analysis quoted here, involving 33,816 participants, showed that participating in physical activity protected against developing cognitive decline when followed up for up to 12 years. This means that inactivity shrinks the brain, as seen here, and activity maintains the size of brain and the cognition. What we need to understand is that exercise itself is a painkiller. This meta-analysis from the United States analyzed effect of artificially induced pain following exercise in both healthy and chronic pain patients. 3 types of exercises were tested: aerobic, isometric, and dynamic resistance exercises. The study concluded that mild to moderate exercise decreased experimentally induced pain both in healthy volunteers and in chronic pain patients. This means that exercise actually acts as a painkiller, reducing an individual's overall sensitivity to pain. Exercising at home, walking the dog, gentle jogging, or gardening will all provide benefit. Unfortunately, when we experience pain, either from arthritis or from injury, our immediate reaction is not to move the body part. When we fail to move the body part, the muscles become weak. When the muscles are weak, they do not provide adequate support for the structures they hold. When the support decreases, it increases the pain. This then leads to a vicious cycle of pain, decreased mobility, and increased pain. The basic principle of this program is to prevent this from happening and to reverse it with a victorious cycle. Moving the right muscles requires training. If the right movement and the right muscles are activated, then the pain is not severe and we can surely but gently strengthen the muscles. Once the muscles are strengthened, they provide greater support to the skeleton, which then decreases the pain. This is how the vicious cycle can be converted to a victorious cycle. This is what Free From Pain hopes to achieve. Another problem that we face as we age is sarcopenia. In sarcopenia, the muscle mass decreases. Decrease of muscle mass increases frailty, disability, and the possibility of falling and injuring oneself. These have huge cost to society. The cost to society may not be a problem, but the pain and injury that can occur to the individual should be avoided if possible. Exercise can prevent sarcopenia. Unfortunately, there are no known tablets or injections that prevent or cure sarcopenia. But luckily, physical activity and exercises can prevent sarcopenia and potentially the deleterious effects of sarcopenia. We are also very reliant on medicines and pharma. Patients in pain and who are on multiple medications still continue to experience pain. It leads one to wonder whether the consumption of medicines were to help the sufferer of pain or the shareholder of the company that makes these medications. This is just a sample prescription from one of my patients. This patient is on 5 painkillers. Even after taking all these tablets, she is still in pain. We may also not realize that medicines and medical interventions can itself cause harm. An analysis of the deaths in the United States showed that medical errors was the third most commonest cause of death. Heart disease was number 1, followed by cancer. The third largest cause of death was medical errors. Medical errors caused 251,000 deaths in a single year. In that same year, firearms only caused 34,000 deaths. This makes it seem that medical interventions cause 7 times more deaths than firearms in the United States. Even surgery has its limitations. An excellent book authored by Professor Ian Harris from the University of Sydney talks about surgery being the ultimate placebo. This book is available on Amazon. Surprisingly, nature produces natural products which can provide pain relief. Notable among them are turmeric, ginger, high fiber foods, and cumin seeds. So how does this program work? The series will begin with you filling in a questionnaire and a consent form. This will be followed by a private one-to-one online consultation with me using the online teleconferencing platform Zoom. I will take the time to go through your medical history as well as performing a remote examination requiring you to physically describe any pain you experience as well as completing some actions, example, touching your toes. This will enable me to understand how your pain affects you in your everyday life. During this consultation, you will also be given the opportunity to provide any of your previous scans or x-rays for me to review. Using the information gathered during your consultation, I will be able to provide advice on how to reduce your pain and information on which parts of the class will be most suitable for you. Please note that this is a remote consultation due to the current circumstances, and as a result, there are a few limitations. I wish to make it clear that this is not a full replacement of a normal in-person face-to-face consultation. You may want to seek advice and help from your general practitioner before even considering having an online consultation with me. You should also seek clearance from your regular health practitioner that you are able to participate in exercises. Though these exercises are not strenuous, it can be difficult. After the consultation with me, you will receive the exercise leaflets so that you can exercise regularly in your free time. You will also be provided with 12 therapeutic education leaflets, one per week. You will also be provided with 12 metaphor leaflets. This is again one per week. If you choose the option of the online exercise classes, the classes will run once a week and will be live streamed on the online teleconferencing platform Zoom. Links to the video stream will be sent via email before the class. There will be a contact number made available to yourselves should you have any technical difficulties. The class will be interactive and will only have a maximum of 12 participants plus per class. You can ask questions as we go along, and participation in each exercise is entirely voluntary. We only ask that you do not do what you can. You do not need any prior experience in a gym setting, and all abilities are welcome. The only equipment we ask that you have is plenty of space, a chair, some ankle weights, a device with good internet connection, and a lot of enthusiasm. What evidence is this based on? Let me provide you with a brief evidence from the blue zones. Blue zones were first reported by Dan Buettner in 2005 in the National Geographic. These are 5 areas in the world where people have both healthier and longer lives than anywhere else in the world. The work by Dan Buettner identified that there were 9 common denominators in these blue zones which helped to delay the aging process and prolong life. The 9 common denominators are moderate regular physical activity, life purpose, stress reduction, moderate calorie intake, plant-based diet, moderate alcohol intake, engagement in spirituality or religion, engagement in family life, and engagement in social life. Of these 9 denominators, FreeFromPain focuses on 5 that help to promote 5-star health if incorporated into everyday life. They are rest and relaxation, motivation or purpose, organization or family and friends, exercise and activity, and plant-based food. Free from Pain is an acronym. It stands for fear reduction, exercise early, with food from plants, rest and relaxation, organization, family, motivation, purpose, to help with pain from arthritis and to increase natural strength. The exercise program, part of the program, has 3 further components. They are Otago exercises for balance, motor control exercises for lower back pain, and the isometric exercises for neck and shoulder pain. Otago exercises were devised and reported by Campbell et al. From New Zealand. It was initially devised to help with falls. Research reported by Campbell and co-workers showed that Otago exercises improve balance and decreased falls in women aged 80 and above. Otago is part of the South Island in New Zealand, and the university involved is the Dunedin University. Though originally devised for prevention of falls, it has also been recognized that the Otago exercise program decreases musculoskeletal pain. In this study from Norway, patients who participated in the Otago exercise program experienced less pain at 3, 12, and 24 months following commencement of the exercise program. The Otago exercise program mainly involves lower limb and pelvic strengthening exercises. Now coming to the back. Patients with back pain usually complain that any movement they attempt increases their pain. Research has shown that back pain may be exacerbated due to both a lack of muscle strength and a lack of coordination rather than the original injury or pain itself. What this means is that the wrong muscles are working at the wrong time, and this is the cause of the discomfort. This study from Sweden shows the importance of motor control exercises for back pain. The motor control exercise program retrains the muscle to fire in the right order. This then does not result in severe pain. This reassures and encourages the patient to do these exercises. Once the muscles are retrained, then endurance and strength of these muscles can be slowly built up. With regards to the neck, patients report that some exercises again increase their symptoms. The usual exercises prescribed for neck pain is to improve the range of movement. What we now know from research is that attempting to increase the range of movement only increases the pain and patients do not like it. However, specific exercises that build up the muscles in the neck and shoulder will control the pain. Once the pain is controlled, the range of motion occurs naturally. This Cochrane report by Gross and co-workers show how strengthening and endurance exercises for the neck and the shoulder reduce neck pain. In isometric and resistance exercises, the neck is not moved, but the strength is built up by working against resistance. What information will I have access to? Let me explain by providing you with what happens in the exercise class. I give a 10-minute talk at the beginning of each exercise class, explaining the contents of the leaflet for that week, as well as explaining the key principles for each week. This is then followed by a short time for participants to ask any questions they may have. 12 therapeutic patient education leaflets will be included as part of the program, with one made for each week of the program. These leaflets will use evidence from scientific studies to highlight and describe improvements that you can make to your lifestyle and diet. These leaflets will give you tips on how to sleep better, eat better, and exercise better. The main principles are focused on the lessons learned from the studies carried out on the blue zones of the world where people live the longest and most healthiest lives. Metaphors are a powerful and effective patient education tool in medical practice. Metaphors help the mind to grasp concepts that are new and unknown by linking it to something which is similar but not identical. I've used metaphors over the years to help patients understand the concepts of disease and to encourage them to begin to take ownership of their pain and become much more active in their pain management. 12 such metaphor leaflets, one for each week, will also be provided as part of the program. This will be followed by a 45-minute exercise class. Let me provide you with a sample metaphor. One of the metaphors used is about the car tire. Patricia purchased a new car. The manual of the car stated that the tires were to be pumped to 40 pounds per square inch. When the tires had adequate air pressure and were plump, the car drove smoothly and there were no issues with the shock absorber as shown on the side. Unfortunately, after running for some time, the tires lost some air. They were now not as plump as before. Patricia did not like the mess involved in pumping up the car tire and ignored the less plump tires and continued to drive her car. Unfortunately, the underinflated tires caused a lot of wobbliness in the car. This carried on for some time. The increased wobbliness caused increased stress on the shock absorber and it failed. Patricia now had to go to the garage and get both the shock absorber and the tires replaced. A similar situation may occur in our bodies. It should be noted that we are able to stand erect and move about only because the muscles that surround and support our skeleton. The lower back consists of blocks of bones with cartilage or disc in the middle. If the muscles are strong as shown in this diagram, there is no wobbliness between the vertebrae or the bones. In this situation, the discs which are colored green are not stressed and stay healthy. Unfortunately, if the muscles are weak, there is greater stress that is transferred to the disc. Just like how under the underinflated car tire causes increased stress to the shock absorber, the weak muscles causes increased stress to the disc. Day-to-day activity will then cause wobbliness between the disc and damage the disc. If the disc is severely damaged, the inside of the disc, which is like a jam inside a donut, can come out and press on the nerves. Strong muscles can prevent this from happening and can also reverse the damage if it has occurred. In this manner, exercises prevent as well as cure back pain. Ongoing evaluation. We persevere for excellence, and as a result, we want to measure how you are doing. If you choose to engage in our program, we would like to monitor your progress over the course of the 12 weeks. We will do so by asking you to fill standard questionnaires both at the onset and at the end of the scheme. Any changes in your answers to these questionnaires will help us to understand how effective the program is. This will enable us to improve it where necessary for the benefit of all participants. In order for us to collect this information, to store it and to perform research, we will initially ask for your full permission. You can be rest assured that all data will be handled sensitively and your identity will be protected. What are my options? We are not funded by the NHS and hence you will need to pay. Option 1 costs £200. This entitles you to all parts of the Free From Pain program, including the initial consultation, the 12 Zoom exercise sessions, as well as full access to all the available literature. Each Zoom exercise session will include one short presentation at the start, followed by a question and answer session, followed by the exercise class. Option 2 costs £150. This entitles you to the initial consultation as well as all the literature without the 12 Zoom exercise sessions. You will be provided with the exercise booklet, the 12 therapeutic patient education leaflets, and the 12 metaphor leaflets. Option 3 costs £130. This entitles you to the initial consultation as well as the exercise booklet. You will not receive the 12 therapeutic patient education leaflets and the 12 metaphor leaflets. This shows the options in a tabular format. So what do I do now? You can join any option at any time after the start date of the 3rd September 2020. We will ensure that no matter what date you start on, you shall complete the 12-week series and will receive everything you are entitled to. We would love to have you involved. If you would like to book onto the program or even just talk to us about what would suit you best, please email us at exercise@ampat.co.uk or call 01704 808 703 or 0151 363 9599. Thank you.